I'm Allie with SearchAmelia News. Welcome back to another segment of Allie at the Desk. Fernandina is full of people gifted in the arts, and Amelia Island is home to inspirational romance writer Merrillee Whren. Several of her books have been published by Steeple Hill for their love-inspired line. Her latest book, Homecoming Blessings, will be out in April. We sent our street reporter AJ over to meet this fascinating woman.
Hi, I'm AJ with SearchAmelia News, and I'm here with author Merrillee Whren. First, I must say your imagery is fabulous. It really does paint a picture in my head. What brought you to Amelia Island?
We came to Amelia Island for the first time in the late 1980s. We were living in Atlanta at the time, and we really loved it. We actually bought some property here. And when my husband had the opportunity to run his own company, and of course as a writer I'm self-employed too, we were able to move here, something we'd wanted to do ever since we'd come here.
When did you actually feel like an author, the wow, I'm an author feeling?
I think the first time that I actually felt like an author was when I was filling out, I don't think it wasn't a job application, but some kind of a thing where you had to put down your occupation. And even though I wasn't published, I decided to say writer, because that really meant that I was pursuing it. Of course, the really, really big wow was when I first held my first book in my hand.
I've often heard that writers must practice every day for their craft. Do you have a writing ritual or daily routine?
I would have to say no. I do know I've heard that same expression about writing every day, but it's sometimes not possible to write every day, and I like to have a life besides writing. And I do my best writing at night. So I do all my errands, run, here, there, and everywhere during the day. And at night, I spend a lot of time in front of the computer. And that's pretty much my daily routine, but it's not set in stone.
Do you see yourself ever stepping out of the romantic genre and writing something else?
I really don't, but if I did write something else, it would probably be children's books, probably for middle grade. I taught elementary school, and that was when I first started reading books for children, and I had thought about doing that, but I never came up with the right ideas. Inspirational romance is my niche.
After the April release of Homecoming Blessings, do you plan to write anything else? Because your fans will definitely want to know.
I actually have some books that are with my editor right now, waiting to get a contract. Right now I write on proposal, which means I send in like 3 chapters, and this is for a 3-book contract, so I send in the 3 chapters and the synopsis for that book and the synopsis for the 2 following books. And then they buy the books, and if they buy them, then I go ahead and write them. And I put deadlines for myself. So I'm working on actually a new proposal that's takes me back to 3 of my previous books where there were teenagers in the series that I wrote that were set in Pinecrest, which is a fictional town in Washington State.
Thank you for talking with me today.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to. And I just want to plug my new book. And actually, even though it's an April release, if you run out to your Walmart, it's there on the shelves now.
Hang on, I'm almost done. Oh, sorry. This is a really good book. Thanks, AJ, for that interview. Merrillee Whren is married with 2 grown daughters and enjoys playing tennis or walking the beach where she does the plotting for Mr. Fair novels. Oh, and remember, though her newest book isn't out until April, if you go to Walmart, you'll find the book is already on sale. Thanks for joining me today for Allie at the Desk. I'm Allie, and you've been watching SearchAmelia News.